Hi friends, it's November 4th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here, continuing our assignment. The instructions for today's session are to continue our string of back to basics sessions. It makes it so easy. Our intention is to heal the root causes of the universe's misalignment, Grandma Yu's misalignment with her soul plan, and whatever those root causes represent, in such a way as to bring her into alignment with her soul plan and trigger the awakening whose time has come, and to do it right now. And with that, it begins. Something's happening to Frank. Someone's leaning over Frank's bed. It could be a doctor, it could be it
seems like an in-home
hospice
nurse,
worker,
maybe.
something like that. But
he's struggling to breathe.
He can't breathe.
Grandma Yu is hiding.
She doesn't want to
it's like
see
she's
it.
hiding in a closet.
Like saying the rosary or something.
Right,
just like
it looks
saying
like
a
mumbling.
rote prayer.
Mumbling. Yeah.
Rote prayer from childhood. She's saying a rote prayer from childhood, something she hasn't said in a long time. She isn't able to be there for Frank. She's just too focused on herself.
That's true.
It's sad because he's leaving right now.
Right now.
And she is going to regret this. She's not conscious of what she's doing.
No, it's like she can't get a grip.
Well, she's
not
choosing
getting a grip.
to get a grip.
That's true. She's choosing to not get a grip.
She's choosing to rock and hide in the closet rather than be with her husband as he transitions.
That's true.
It's a strange choice, but it is the choice she's making. So
That's true.
how can we be of service? How can we be of service? Deep in the merge, deep in the merge. And so who among us doesn't have moments when we just don't do the right thing? Moments when we're so self-centered that all we can think of is me, 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 me. And that we just can't think about what anyone else might need. We all have these moments, and so right now what we can do for her is merge, and for all of us open our one chakras wider, get some air through there, for goodness sakes. She's choking for lack of air, so to speak, because she can't think about anything but her selfish self. And now Frank's body is still, and the hospice worker is, or feels like a hospice worker, is kind of still tending to the body and to what's going on over there. But she is saying something to Grandma Yu, maybe something like, he's gone. She's afraid of death. That's what it is. Now this is actually extremely common. People are afraid of death. It's an unfortunate situation because death is inevitable for all of us.
That's true.
And it's actually a beautiful experience.
That's true.
So it's odd to be so afraid of something that is so wonderful.
Yes.
But it is quite common. It's almost universal. The fear of death is almost universal.
That's true, almost.
I'm an atom in her brain, and so I have the right and the responsibility to tend her.
That's true.
I can't find it through the doorway of commonality, but I can find it through the doorway of shared life experience. So, Grandma Yu, let's get our channels up. Let's get our channels up. And through this we will come to experience some relief of this bizarre and misguided idea that death is something to fear. And I see someone walking down a hallway, and it's not a physical dimension hallway, it's a hallway in the other dimensions.
Yes.
It doesn't look like Frank, but it has a male feeling to it.
Yes, older male.
And it's like intake.
Yeah, it looks like there's a front desk.
Yes, intake forms. And there's somebody sorting through it. Here's your file. Here you are.
Here's your form.
And there's a form to fill out, and it's like a check the boxes form. like one of those doctor's office forms that says, did you, and then there's this long string, did you, and this has to do with what he did. It's maybe from his soul contract.
It might be.
It might be check the boxes of his soul contract.
Yeah.
Like, here's your soul contract, here are all the things you said you do, check the boxes, and he can check multiple times. It's like, did you do it once, twice, 3 times?
Right.
You know, how much effort. It's not how many times. I said that wrong.
Right.
It's how much effort. It's self-assessment. How much effort did you put into this? Small, medium, or large?
Yeah.
And he's filling out the form, and then there's this one question that just draws him up short.
Totally puzzled.
Like, what? And it seems to have to do with Grandma Yu.
It does.
And it seems to be, did you encourage her to play the instrument?
Yeah.
He says, what? But there it is. He kind of rubs his eyes, thinking, I must have gotten that wrong.
Rubs his eyes, blinks.
Yeah, blinks, and thinks his eyes are going bad, which is funny.
Which is funny, because he's not in a body.
Yeah. And then he looks at it again, and it clearly says, did you encourage her to play that cylindrical harp, whatever it's called? And he goes up to the desk, and he says, I don't think this was on my contract. And she pulls up his original contract, and it's there.
It's right there.
It's right there.
In black and white.
Well, it has actually in red and yellow sticky notes.
There's
you know,
red
there's red and yellow. Like, look here.
Yes.
He said, I'm so sorry. I spaced out.
Yeah.
I just completely missed the boat on that one. What do we do? And that's when this other guy is called into the picture.
Yeah.
Then the person kind of gets on the phone or rings a bell or something, and this other guy comes in. It says, okay, let's talk this over.
Yeah.
Let's talk this over. And they're going through, oh, this is so cool. It's like, here are the events that should have occurred to trigger your awareness of this responsibility.
Yes.
You know, the signals that were supposed to come your way. And he looks and he's going, well, wait a minute, this signal didn't come in. And he tracks it back to another file.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 you know, another phone rings. And then someone else.
Yeah.
And did you do this? And I go, no. It's something like, it just seems so minor.
Right.
I let it go. Okay, thank you. Just checking. And on their contract, it probably was minor. Not a big deal. On Frank's contract, it's a big deal.
Yes, true.
Here's another signal that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, I see it.
This one isn't filled in, or there's some indicator that isn't there. He calls to verify. Did you, No, I didn't. He goes, interesting. Okay. Now he's digging deeper. He's digging deeper, and he finds another signal. It's older or younger or more formative, something like that. And he calls, did you do it? No, I didn't do it. Well, there's one more to check here. There's like one last underpinning.
Right, I see it, way under.
Yeah, way under, like childhood, very early. And did you do it? No, I did not. He's interested by this. So he consults with someone, this expert or this...
Yeah.
He's an expert, what to do in these cases. He consults with someone else. Well, clearly for Frank's off the hook. Frank didn't drop the ball. But there's a need that has not been met.
That's true.
What do we do? So now this other person's still in a body, and look at that body. It's got a lot of tread left on its tires.
Yeah,
she could be around for 20 years, you know. What are we going to do about this? She has not had the support that she was supposed to have to do this thing that's big on her contract. That's why it was red and yellow on Frank's, because it's so significant to Grandma Yu.
That's true.
And so it was like, it's supposed to be flashing lights in his face, but all the signals that got missed. And so now they come back to Grandma Yu. The issue is how to make it right. The reason this was important to her is that it was a good way to help her connect to spirit. Nothing else really did it. The gardening did it a little bit, but music was the doorway into her heart.
That's true.
And the path to opening up her crown.
Yes. Yes, and when she played, it happened.
It happened. What to do?
There's another person.
Yeah.
Who...
Still in a body.
Still in a body, and it's like, well, we can send
this person
in.
And it's like an old friend or something like that. An old friend who comes, and I see them now, she's there and they're crying and she's holding Grandma's hands, like friends do in times of bereavement.
Yeah.
And she's saying, how about your music? That used to lift your heart like nothing else did. Play something. And Grandma was almost hysterical, and she's saying, it's been too long, I just love you. She said, would you play something for me right now? It's like that somehow gets through the hysteria.
Yeah, it cuts through the fog.
Yes, it cuts through the fog, and she just kind of gets up. There has to be a whole lot of higher dimension support because she looks almost altered state.
Yeah.
And she's getting up. And she sits down and she's playing that piece that she played. That piece that she played. We heard her play this before. And her friend is crying. Maybe she's crying too.
Yes, both of them crying.
Yeah.
And sometimes Grandma stops and the friend says, go
on,
go on.
more. Yeah, so that was beautiful.
More.
That was beautiful.
Grandma is feeling...
She's feeling better. The friend comes back. Many times.
Yes.
And each time asks her, would you play for me? Would you play something for me? And the friend apparently knew her from the music world, and they play a little bit together, and then they call up another old friend. Days, weeks, months are passing.
Yes.
Time is passing. They call up another old friend and they're just saying, they're saying, do you remember how?
Yeah.
At the end of rehearsal, sometimes just a small group of us would stay, and we would play just for the joy of playing. Would you like to do that again?
Yes.
And they call 3, 4, 5, maybe a handful of people.
A handful.
And it's enough of a variety of instrumentation that they can cobble together a little piece.
It's true. It's true.
And it begins a new phase of life for Grandma Yu. She actually practices because she has the commitment for Friday night to get together and play.
That's true.
It gives her structure in her life, and I'm being shown from above a roughly 5-month period of her life that begins with Frank's death.
Yes.
And then ends with her feeling good.
Yeah.
And it's not that she doesn't miss Frank, because she does.
That's true.
But she feels like there's a certain rightness to this.
Yeah.
She says music is going to end up being the bookends of my life.
That's what I heard, the bookends.
Yes. How may we be of service? We help tune the energy body.
Yeah.
We tune her.
It's like the instrument is coming back to life.
Yes, they're both coming back to life.
Yes. How may we be of service?
This is it. We leave them here.
Yeah.
We do a good proper close. We see them coming to trust and love each other once more.
Yeah.
As they did 50 years ago or whenever it was.
Yes.
They trusted and loved each other, and then one of them abandoned the other.
That's true.
She did. But now they're coming back together again and coming to appreciate each other again.
Yes.
It's beautiful, really. Music is the bookends of my life.